See, I didn't get my mail from when we got home from church. I was supposed to got that mail, but I didn't. That's all it is. It's junk. You see this car, the one on the this Nissan right here?
Yeah.
Okay, he had a Nissan truck, brand new one. I think he bought it a year and a half ago. And all of a sudden, Jan said, "I don't see Ray's truck." I said, "I wonder what happened." She asked Marie, "Squirrels eat his wiring up."
Oh, God.
And they took it in, and then it came back. I don't know if they did it again or they didn't. It didn't work right. Yeah, Jan just told me that somebody run over the.
It was you, right? It was you.
No. Back in the old days, it could have been. But he bought that Nissan.
You haven't got your seatbelt on,
Oh, yeah, that Nissan. He just bought that. There we go.
There we go. Now we're legal.
Yeah.
All right. Well, dear listeners, we are on our way. We're going to go past Bowles Grove Park and see that it's undoubtedly still frozen over. And then we'll head over to Johnson just to swing by it and then go down to Chatfield and see what's going on. The mysterious voice you hear is Gary.
I forgot.
And we're going to talk fishing, I hope.
Yeah.
So Gary, you've been in Littleton for over 50 years?
51 years.
51 years, oh my God. And I thought I'd been here a long time, at 36.
Oh, yeah.
So your buddy went fishing today, did he?
Yeah, he went downtown.
Did the trip over to Johnson, I actually went by Bowles Grove Park and then over to Johnson and then found out that I wasn't recording.
I didn't saw that.
Yeah. Bummer. However. So here's Bowles Grove Park on the right hand side. We'll do a quick loop around. Not too quick. Doesn't look too exciting, does it, Gary?
No, not unless you could get out to the middle.
That's right. No boats allowed.
No.
And no swimming. It's way down though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Have you seen it lower than that?
Not too much.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Boy, it was up high when we started, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I was saying to Barbara that I can really stand this cold for a day, maybe 2 days, and then it gets back to being nice again.
Yep.
That I can stand. When it's cold for a long period, that's not good at all.
No, I didn't.
Okay. I've been helping a guy called Jeff Bournes start up carp fishing Arkansas.
No kid. Wow.
He's essentially a first-time carper. He's just started, and he's chomping at the bit to get out and go fishing. Of course, the weather is a little nicer down there
Yeah.
sometimes.
Sometime.
He's already been fishing up once this year, but he hasn't caught anything yet. Not surprising, really.
No.
So you read all the stuff in the books? There's some good pictures.
All really, really good ones. Yeah, I read most of it. You know, not all of it. But
Oh, well, I couldn't read all of it.
Oh, I
'cause
know.
When they first came out with those newer ones, which are the ones I gave you, the print was so small I couldn't read it.
Yeah.
Or the print was against a background that just made it
Yeah.
too difficult.
Yeah, I noticed that.
The last, excuse me, the last one they put out, I can actually read everything in the book except the opening page, which as I think is on the inside cover, and that again is just a mix of font and colours that I can't read.
Mhm.
I probably could read it with a magnifying glass, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
A few years ago, when I got the first one, I wondered why they weren't putting it out in a digital format, and as of last year they started producing it in a digital format, so that's good.
Yeah. Oh, they had some amazing pictures.
Oh.
With the double hole and the double.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
Of course, those are the best pictures, because we all take great pictures, but some of them turn out really
Right,
bad.
right.
Dean and his sons are going to Dale Hollow next year, way over in Tennessee.
Yeah, I was going to say Tennessee.
Yeah, they booked a
That's a big
week or 2 weeks with a houseboat,
Yep.
where his youngest son Ethan, his personal best out of there is 37 pounds.
They catch some big catfish down there too.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yep. Wow, 37.
It's not surprising the snow's still around because the nights are so cold.
They sure are.
Did you ever fish Johnson a lot? Johnson
No,
Reservoir?
no, not till I went with you.
Oh my God.
I heard.
We're going to have fun in April and May when perhaps there's just when Chatfield perhaps is not ready, and we're heading over there and just have a blast.
Yeah.
The usually fill up the lake at the end of March. That's what they did last year. We'll take a trip around there. The last trip here, they were doing the embankments along each side.
Yeah, I saw your video.
They changed the light system here so one can turn and not have to wait. Yeah, there it is, still frozen over.
Yeah.
One of the places I go is about 100 yards past the Lake House restaurant,
Oh.
which is on sort of a little bay up there.
Uh-huh.
You can just about see it. Yeah, they're still doing the embankment. They've got the fence all the way along.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it in some of your videos.
Yeah. My workshop has been converted. It's now a angler's man cave. The workshop bench has been lowered 6 inches odd so that I can just use a normal chair instead of standing up to it.
Uh-huh.
And I about 95% cleaned out the garage of all my bits and pieces, and they're all downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And it is just really disgusting that I've got so many bits and pieces that really I just don't use anymore.
Yeah.
I guess I've really become a method feeder fisherman. And Jeff down in Arkansas is just starting, and I don't know why it quit,
Temperamental.
but we'll keep going. So Barnes and Noble is there. That's why that bank I call the south side, south of Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
They had it all dug up. Just the other side of the apartments there is an inlet. In fact, they got the red fence up over there, and that is quite a good place to float fish for carp. We'll see what happens. It was all the concrete that had made up the inlet was just broken up and didn't look very nice. Probably wasn't doing a good job. I'm not going to go down to the south
Okay.
dam wall side.
Let's see if I could. Yeah, I could still remember the street, Allison.
Yep. Couldn't even remember it at that moment. But the interesting thing is, when I last went, they, you know, where all the prairie dogs were,
Yeah.
well, they're developing it. So there's going to be probably apartments or
Yeah.
whatever along there.
So
that will stop the late night pre-sunset fishing,
yeah.
because it'll just be too dark with all the buildings there. You know, there they are doing the embankment and stuff, but what they really need to do is the facilities, because there aren't any.
Right. There isn't any. There isn't.
Okay, south to Chatfield. It's good to get out, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, it is, Bob. Yeah, just sitting around's no good.
How's Joan you out?
She didn't care.
I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I've started to realise there are some really good ones with really good information. Most of the information now is just so repetitive or just doesn't apply, especially to fishing over here.
Yeah.
There's some good tips. Of course, early in the year and late in the year is a good time for float fishing and pole fishing, which I really enjoy. It's such a kick. If it'll come to fruition, but there's a possibility of a trip to Idaho, Blackfoot Reservoir or Blackfoot Lake.
Yeah.
That'll be the end of May, and could be that Steve and I will go. We'll see. About 600-700 miles.
Yeah, I know, that's a long ways.
My nephew and his wife live up in Idaho Falls.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Plenty of time to make a decision. Of course, with the rampant COVID still going on,
I know.
who knows? Robin in April are planning on going to Texas in April, I think it is.
Yeah.
But it's just not looking good at the moment because Texas is
I know.
pretty bad
That's
state.
pretty bad. Yeah.
Wondering if Chatfield is iced over. It hasn't been cold, super cold for a long period of time.
I know, it may not be.
Well, I guess I was wrong. What I see.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Golly, it is frost.
It's interesting when some of the ice goes off Chatfield. You get these canoeists and paddleboards users who go out and ignore the signs. The water is not open.
Oh yeah, there's always some.
Yep, always some.
On Halloween they have a cord maze. I don't know if you ever do that. Not this year, but we went out there the year before, 2 years ago.
Did you get lost?
That got lost. Well, when we looked at it from here, I said, "Oh, are you kidding? I don't even want to go." I got lost right off the bat.
You know, that's why they call it a maze.
It was worth getting in there. They had a hay ride and different things.
Some people like that stuff.
I was with the girls, so
Oh, of course.
I didn't have a choice.
No, that's right. Just kept quiet and went.
Yeah. Well, it feels good to be going back to Chatfield.
Yeah. Oh, look, other side's open. Good. Wear a life jacket. Fish with a something friend. I've only done a little fishing up that way, up north.
Yeah.
It's always been down south and over to
Well, for
the marina.
4 years I went that way when the walleye fishing went
Well,
at the
of
spillway.
course.
Man,
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to get there.
Did you take any home?
I took not a lot, but I
enough.
took a few.
Yeah,
They're good eating.
good.
Well, we're coming up to a good spot down here.
We'll dive into Fox Run and see what's going on. You know, at some state parks they're charging the cyclists. They ought to charge them here because I find them just annoying.
Well, there's a lot of them in there.
Yeah. We go down to the end of Fox Run and take a look, see what's going on. Can't imagine much of anything.
There's a lot of vehicles parked.
Going to ruin your spot. Here's the camera shot.
Look, they're out.
Ah, ice fishing. Oh, joy.
Oh boy. Not me.
No, not me either. Oh, that's. But you know,
You know,
the water's up, isn't it?
It looks like it, doesn't it? Look at that.
Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe it's just covering of snow.
Yeah, I don't trust that ice.
No.
Really, did you see the open water at the edge?
Yeah.
I'm not going out there.
No. Definitely not.
No. Well, that's the first place I run into you, Bob.
Yes. Yep. Mind you, you were stalking me, so you were bound
Well,
to
yeah,
find
I
me.
was looking for you. No, it surprised me that when I recognized you. I didn't know you was there.
No, that's good. It's been fun.
Yes, it has.
It sure is good to go fishing and socially enjoy it. Makes a big difference.
Yes. I can't believe how many bicycles are cyclists are out here.
Well, it's not a bad day, and if you're doing stuff, it keeps you warm.
Right.
You know, it does look as though it's flooded.
It is. I believe it is. Look how
Yeah.
far. Yeah.
Oh, that's not good. But, you know, one thing about Kingfisher is if it's been raining, it's pretty muddy. And of course, if it's flooded, you can't even get anywhere where you want to go.
Right. Now in August, when I fished back over here, I parked all the way to the end and walked across.
Just take a look at Kingfisher and just swing around.
You go right down the whole way.
Yep. Yeah, sometimes if it's if the water's down halfway along the bank on the right hand side, which is very shallow until it dives down,
Uh-huh.
is a good place to fish too. It's like a spur into the water, and hence it sort of breaks up the margin.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can see at the far end as you go along the bank, there's what should we say, the regular trees,
Uh-huh.
and right in the regular trees, but then there's one that's just hanging over the water that is black.
Yes.
See that?
Yep, I do.
That's the spot.
That's it. Okay. Oh, one of these days, maybe we'll make it over there.
Oh yeah. Still got dreams of your second rod.
Well, I've got it.
You got it?
Oh yeah.
What
I've got-
about the reel?
No, I haven't got the reel. But I will have it. I'm working. It won't be long. I'll be ordering the pod and that Delcons.
The Delkims.
Yep, Delcums.
My
Oh yeah.
God.
I'll be
You'll be all set.
Oh man, I may not get a fish, but I'll sure be looking good sitting there.
That's right. That's right. Looking good is half the Euro style battle.
I've never been a stylist, as you know.
We'll get you there. Yeah, I'm glad that you're enjoying your new Zebco mag reel.
I really like it.
Won't try to convert you to anything else. It's too late,
Yeah, I know.
and you do all right.
At my
The one
age,
thing about longer rods is you certainly have a little more control, but then you've got a 8 or 10 foot rod anyway?
it's a 9.
9.
Nine.
Oh,
Yeah,
almost 10. Oh, you're fine.
That other one I showed you is a 9.5 foot.
Okay. Well, teamed up with a Zebco mag reel and you'll be all set.
Yep.
And then on the pod, the alarms. Oh my gosh.
Just got to order all the other little stuff.
What
Well,
little
the add-ons and all that.
Oh, well, yeah. But, you know, if you're going to do it well.
Well,
Right?
that's the way I got it figured. You know, I'm going to buy something that's going to tear up or not work right.
That's right. I guess I'm going a little fast.
The one thing I'm going to get for sure is those rod locks.
Oh.
That I'm gonna
Yeah.
invest that kind of money. I'm gonna have that on
The
there.
locks.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. It was a little bit fiddly to start with those because I kept forgetting to push the red button to release it.
Mm-hmm.
But certainly it does make a difference to know that your rod is locked in place.
Right.
The other thing is, which was of course my failure when I lost my rod, was not following a procedure of cast rod down and set the bait runner and do that stuff.
Well, Bob,
I'm going to show you something.
if you remember, I can understand how you was catching so many fish. You had a fish, and you got a fish, and put when that rod went.
Say, is it
Yep.
B&C loop?
Yeah, I've been over here.
Have you been down to the water?
I walked down there and tried it.
Because when they were doing the reallocation project, the closest we could get to the East Beach was to park down here
Mm-hmm.
and either to go down to what we called the Middle East Beach.
Yep. Yeah, I parked right there
Right.
and walked all the way up. Oh, what a hill that is.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
It's just another good view. Yeah. Because where those trees are is where we did a lot of fishing. And then one day what I did was I walked along the path up here at the corner here where that dead tree is.
Uh-huh.
Took this path and went all the way along as far as I could to the reallocation project where they blanked off the path.
That was on the video, wasn't it?
Right.
I saw that.
And actually went down to the east, well, the lower East Beach, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And but oh man, that was a 10-minute hard walk.
Yeah, that's quite a walk.
And especially as it got warmer, it was something else. So there's choices.
Oh yeah.
One of my other buddies who I haven't heard much from for a long time, tremendous angler, and used to love carp fishing. He, you know where the park office is down that way?
Yes.
They parked and they walked down to the water and were catching upper 30-inch carp.
Were they really? Wow.
And that's why in I think it was in 2020,
Uh-huh.
those pictures of mirror carp and other carp, and the position is indicated as park office.
Mm.
But
Have you
I
been,
haven't heard
have you
from
been down there?
No.
Okay.
Well, there were prohibiting factors called all my gear, the barrow,
Oh, yeah.
and downhill is fine. Uphill,
Yeah, that's rough.
it's not going to happen. After my operation last beginning of July, I shall not forget chomping at the bit to go fishing. So I went fishing at the marina because I could offload my stuff and
Mm-hmm.
go down. But on the way back, I got my stuff to the top and I had to sit for 15 minutes to get my breath back
I
and
can
strength.
imagine. I can
But I
imagine.
was, so glad to get out. Look, there is fishing out there again. Crazy.
This is my favorite spot right here.
Well, I'm glad I started fishing it because I started fishing on the west side of the cove, just up there, and I'd fished on the south, or really the southeast corner, a couple of times without any success, and I really just didn't have much confidence of it. John Finney did very well out there, but no, I couldn't. Just
No.
didn't work for me at all. Of course, all the boats are out.
Yep, they're all gone. Even the famous houseboat.
Yes, the marker to one of my favourite spots. Yeah, the water is up. It's all the way up to the stones.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess it's not surprising because of all the rain, the snow, and especially the snow up in the hills,
Yeah.
which drains down to the South Platte, and South Platte, here we go. Some of the guys are wanting to go to 11 Mile. Have you ever fished 11
Yeah,
Mile?
one time.
Yeah, me
one
too.
time.
I'm going to go down this way. And that was back in the late 80s.
Yeah.
I went with my father-in-law and his friend to catch trout. Of course, I was pretty ignorant at the time, not knowing what was going on. And I walked round a bluff while I was there, and ice was off, and there were thousands of carp
Wow.
in the shallows
Yeah.
breeding.
Man.
Oh my God, that really got me going.
Yeah.
And there was nothing I could do about it, of course, but they were huge. And it was interesting that James mentioned that we should sometime go to 11 Mile, and I thought, well, what a good idea.
Yeah.
Even if it's for nothing, for naught, as they say.
Yeah.
For now.
That's quite a trip.
Well, yeah. But when I went with my father-in-law, we stopped in one of the places. Not, is it Georgetown? No,
No,
no, not
no, it wouldn't
Georgetown.
be
but
George-
we stopped and we had breakfast. It was
Yeah.
my first ever breakfast so it was 1985.
Wow.
It was my first ever breakfast at an American restaurant. So there we have, camera is pointing directly at the East Beach. The old trail down and over. That's not too bad.
No. No.
Point of interest, these facilities are the only ones open until April 1st. So if you fish at the marina before April 1st, it's a long way to go.
Yes.
I did that, I was mad. And signs on the main facility said, not open till April 1st.
Have you caught any in April out here, over here?
Which?
What at the where we fished over there? Have you caught fish in April?
No, I never fished there before.
Oh, okay.
It
So
was either the East Beach, Roxburgh Cove,
okay.
and that was it.
All right.
Although prior to the reallocation project, I fished. Let's go over there. I fished on the west side of the marina. Of course, the marina never looked like this before.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty small,
Yeah.
but that's the original videos. 5910 angling, where I was fishing over on the west side of the marina,
Okay. Over. Yeah.
and where I would hook and never land fish.
Right. I used to fish right down out before they redid this. You could get down there, and I used to
Right.
catch walleye off of the rocks over there.
At the end,
Yeah.
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 But in here, where the birds are,
And this first
Oh,
of the year,
man.
right over here, off of this pier,
uh-huh.
I see lots of carp.
Oh yeah,
In there.
absolutely, absolutely. And when I had a boat, yes, I did have a boat. I had a rowboat, and we used to go out along the end, and we had I used to call myself Carp Tours International. I've still got the badge, and we had a regatta. We actually had 2 regattas. One late 80s, and we had one the following year. The one I've got, I don't think I've shown you the pictures. I made a placemat of the pictures of the first regatta, and there's me with this huge carp. I was quite successful. I was fishing then with Jim Brady and his next door neighbour who had a canoe, and we went out there and we parked on the edge of the marina, and eventually the rangers came along and told us to go away because we were fishing illegally.
Yeah.
But sure was fun. We were fishing in
I'll
12,
bet.
14 feet of water,
Mm-hmm.
and float fishing,
Did you get them?
just using slider float. Oh yeah, we caught them. Well, at least I did.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I figured that.
Pop over to Roxburgh Cove.
Park right down there.
Well, you actually park right up there.
Okay.
That's for the south,
Mm-hmm.
but the other one,
Before they redid this, I
Yeah.
used to go remember when you go all the way to the end? All the way.
no, not until
where,
they finished
where Plum
this.
Creek comes in?
No.
Okay, I used to fish down in
as
there.
far as I went, because gonna have to. Maybe it'll work. Not the greatest of parking lots, but at least it gets warmth. But I'll park here and point the camera. There we go. See where that guy's walking.
Yeah.
That's where
Right there.
I've been quite successful over there.
Right there, right in there?
When it really floods, the water comes in amongst the trees over there.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite something.
Somewhere back in there, doesn't it cut back in, like separates? Or maybe it's further down that it does. It seemed like I remember where back in there it comes back in, and it's like a little pond looking thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't been back there. Once I get all my gear set up, I hardly ever move.
Right.
It's good to look around.
Yeah.
Should be fishing the end of this month if there's a spell of good days. At the moment, there's no real cold or
If it,
weather,
if
bad
it stays
weather
like
coming
it has
to-
been, we've had a mild,
yeah,
really mild.
yeah. The end of next week is when the next storm's supposed to come in.
Is it?
So
Yeah.
there's potential if it stays warm, but the nights are so cold.
I know.
It's not good
It'll
for us anyway.
it'll be a while probably before Bulls Grove, I imagine.
I'm anticipating the end of January there might be an
You think so?
opportunity, and then in between as the weather improves, we go the long way.
One time, a couple times, I come in the back way here. I came down Santa Fe, came in the back way. First time I got lost when they
Oh.
put that roundabout. And
Oh, yeah.
I went the other way.
Yeah, I helped all the guys out because I came down here several times as they were doing it and filmed it and showed them what was going on and told them about it. Just amazing how quickly they're building up this area now.
Oh, it's just really going up. Yeah.
I thought, I wondered at one time what it'd be like to live over here, and
So have I.
but the winters, they're just depressing because it's so open.
Yeah. I remember when they first put the signs up before they ever built anything. They moved to the country, moved from Highlands Ranch to
Oh,
the
yeah.
country.
Well, of course, that's what Dean did. He
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
living downtown, and then he moved, and he's 5 minutes away from Chatfield, but that's got to be frustrating.
Yeah.
Can't fish unless you want to ice fish.
Yeah. That's true.
Number of times I've come before dawn and scared a few deer, fox,
Yeah.
a couple of prairie dogs. I'm very grateful that most bears seem to stay over at Roxburgh Park, which is a little bit further and into
Right.
the foothills.
Yeah.
I do get a little concerned.
Yes.
I have my head torch on full beam.
Yeah. Yeah. That is.
It's bad enough with the elk or deer when they're when they're rutting.
Yeah.
Get out of the car and you hear this horrendous, I don't know, scream. I heard that once when I was fishing at Fox Run and quickly got back in the car. Wasn't sure what it was. And then I thought about what I'd heard and realised what it was. It's almost warm in here. Turn it down. Get some air in. If it gets too much, push that button to reduce it. Or that button. Sorry. So much for the south entrance to Chatfield. It'll be good when you're driving home, when you drive home this way and you don't get stuck behind those huge trucks doing 15 miles an hour.
Right. Yeah.
It's good not to have too much traffic like that. So Dean lives over here somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember when those first started?
Yep.
It's the frames. A little bit of it. Now look at it. It's all over the place. Just like a city now.
You what?
Be just like a city.
Yep.
Pretty soon they'll have a shopping center out here. It's nice though. Very
Yes.
nice.
Number of times early in the morning where I've come down Santa Fe and to go into the south entrance, that there's been a cop car waiting for speeders at 5
Oh.
o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I'm sure. Morning traffic.
That's right.
Isn't that what Dean has?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Different colour.
I noticed that.
It doesn't have the rack on the back.
Right, right. I was looking up for the cart plots, and I found one, and I was all excited because it said free shipping. But then I read the whole thing. It's free shipping if you're not to the United States. So
Yeah.
yeah, I was ready to order.
Got excited.
Mm-hmm.
Just amazing how busy this road gets at rush hour.
Oh yes, yeah, it sure does. Remember when I first moved here, coming out of the town, this was just all country.
Oh,
nothing,
absolutely.
not a
Yeah.
thing out here.
It was.
As soon as you got out of Littleton, it was just
Yeah, Highlands Ranch started in the was it 90s?
I think around it. Right?
It was around middle 80s or 90s that it really started growing. My sister-in-law has lived in Highlands Ranch since middle 90s, I think.
I'm gonna turn that down a little bit.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks.
south side from parking.
Right. 12 minutes.
So you're going to do lots of different fishing this year, or just carp fishing?
Well, I'm gonna probably I'll do, because my buddy from Kansas that comes in, I'll probably go with him some, and I'd like to go back to that spot I just showed you by the
Plum Creek.
gravel pit, by the gravel pit there,
Oh,
where I got the trout.
yeah.
I might go there first, a little bit, but no, mostly I'm gonna go carp fishing. I'm invested a lot into it.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
And I'll probably go downtown a few times with Scott there,
And where does he go?
off of 6th Avenue there.
Where we went? Did we go?
No, that was Florida.
Oh, okay.
We went by Overland. But this place he's at today, you go all the way down Federal to 11th, and there's a little parking area there, and then, well, we take the bikes, and then we
Oh,
go down
okay.
underneath 6th Avenue. It's been it can be good, not all the time, but it can be good. I've caught some pretty good sized carp out of there, and trout, but not consistently.
Right. No, I understand. Yeah, it's nice to be consistent.
Yeah.
A number of times, even fishing the marina, you catch one fish,
Yeah.
no fish,
I know.
and then you catch 20 of them, and you think, what the hell is the difference?
I know.
I've told you there are times where fishing with 2 rods was too hectic. Therefore gave up 1 rod, just fished with 1, and then got tired and went home early.
That's the way. I know. I was thinking, is that Jackass Hill they call it?
Yes.
Okay. Jan worked at Heritage up
Yeah.
over there somewhere.
Right.
This is no, so further down. The Reynolds Landing where we went.
Right.
Your favorite place.
Amy still thinks that all the fish are hiding, that they're still there.
I don't know.
No.
They might back
If
away.
they're hiding, they can stay hiding.
They were good at it.
Yes.
They're good at it.
So I guess if you go to Snidely from the north side, you park at the RTD station.
Is that? I wouldn't know. I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah,
I've never
no,
been to own
no,
it for the
nor have
parking
I.
lot.
We'll do it when it's a little
Mhm.
better, and we'll walk down and see what's going
Yeah,
on.
see if we can find a better place. I know.
Reynolds Landing, keep it. Did you hear about the damage to the tennis club?
No, you mentioned that. I never heard
you
about it.
didn't notice it?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I'll let this guy pass and we'll make a left to go on
All right.
Bowles. You'll notice there is no building. It was severely damaged in the windstorm of a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Oop, hold on.
That up there in Marshall, the
Yeah.
fires. I just heard on the news that they said 1,400 vehicles were burned up.
That's right, and they're collecting them and putting them to
Right.
a private lot. I can't
Jeez,
even imagine.
I couldn't either. And here I am, worried about getting Jan's car.
Yes,
They lost everything
that's
they
right.
had.
That's right.
Speaking of her car, at this point, I can't get electric or heated seats. They're taking the chips out of them, all of them.
But they put them back in.
They said well, that's the last I heard. At a later date, they'll
Sure.
you can get them.
Yeah, not a
But
big
I'm
deal.
not worried.
Yeah.
Too worried. She wasn't
No,
worried. She wasn't
heated
worried.
seats after April. No.
I wasn't worried at all.
I mean, I haven't even turned these on yet. My fanny is warm enough.
And I was seeing on the computer that not just vehicles, computers, hard to get some computers and different things like that, electronics,
Oh yeah,
because of this shortage.
that's right. Well, one of my computers went out, so I had to buy a new one from Dell. And what I wanted wasn't available for about 2 months.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I got out one.
Mm-hmm.
So I opted for the best that I could within a few days, but even that was late arriving.
Yeah, it's hard to get
But-
things.
I'm doing okay. Got enough memory in it to run the video programs.
Yeah.
Doodle-oo-loo-loo-loo. Oh, come on. You heard what they're doing down at Mineral in Santa Fe? No left turns.
No left turns.
That's right. So Santa Fe South, no left turn onto Mineral.
Wow.
Yeah. They're introducing a different system.
Wow. Huh.
We'll see how that works.
Yeah.
But then it doesn't bother me if there's no left turn going straight through. All I have to worry about is the traffic light.
Right.
But there again, going south, there'll be the main traffic light, and then there'll be another one for those people who originally wanted to do the left turns and stuff.
Yeah.
See, there's no tennis court building.
Jeez, old Pete.
Yeah. Well, of course, it was made of canvas,
Right.
so it got damaged. So
No,
they
I
took
never.
It all
It's
down.
funny. I never heard about it. I wonder if Jan did. Well, she would have probably mentioned it. It's sure
Nothing.
nothing. It's gone.
Yeah.
My gosh, I wonder if they're gonna.
Well, they put it back.
It is. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know. Then we came down. You never mentioned it when we came back.
Well, because I thought you would have known.
No, I didn't. Jeez. Oh, that's something. I've been looking at that thing for 51 years.
Yep. Nothing.
Yeah, that wind was something, wasn't it?
Oh God, yeah. It tore one of my chimney pots off,
Did it?
and along with it was a what should we call it? A anti-raccoon covering to it, and that was torn off too.
Oh boy.
My swamp cooler cover was half off. That's now back on, but
Yep. The
we'll
neighbors.
get the rest
The
fixed.
neighbors went halfway off.
Yeah, there was some wind. Of course, those poor people Marshall Fire, trying to find a place to live.
Oh, okay.
There's already reports of
That would.
price gouging.
Yes. Oh, I can imagine. That's terrible.
But it's got to feel really bad to not be at home. You've still got to pay your mortgage, and then you've got to pay for whatever you're renting.
Oh boy.
Tough.
Yeah, that's tough. And then if you lived up there and you had a job in the area, it might be gone.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
That's right.
and your vehicles might be. Those people who lost their vehicles, they've got to come up with another.
Well, yeah, so the
transportation.
local dealers are rubbing their hands.
Oh yeah, you can bet.
That's terrible.
Oh, that mug that Sean got me. You said
Yeah.
I showed it to you. I can't believe. I got to be careful because the other ones go cool fast. This one stayed just as hot right now as when I left.
That doesn't happen too often.
No, that's a
They usually
good.
eventually go cool.
You're right. This thing stays.
I did redo the Hall of Mirrors for 2020 book,
Yes.
and it came back as very nice. It's a lot more modern, shall we say. But obviously it still has the same details in it. But it's so interesting to look at the history of when did you go fishing first thing 2020 and all that kind of stuff.
That carp that Amy caught in the river,
Oh yeah,
that was a pretty good size.
yep.
I don't know. I don't know where she was, but
Well, of course, she won't tell you. This is the road with the sign down.
this is it. I don't know. And you watch. I'm anxious to see when it'll go back up. Probably might be a while unless somebody complains. This looks like home.
Could be.
You imagine how many times I went up this hill, Bob,
Oh,
in all these years? Quite a few. Did you want to come in?
well, I need to get the books.
Yeah, right.
I can stand at the door.
It don't matter. Whatever.
Well,
Or I can bring them out to you
there
if you
you
want me to.
go. There you
I
go.
can just bring it. That'd be
There we go.
That'd be easy to do. I'll just bring them out to you, Bob. Unless you just want to come in, you're welcome.
That's all right. Stop recording.